Hello, my name is Christina Marmer, and I am Momentum's Director of Content and Experience and the Program Director of The Big Natural. It is my great pleasure to be here today with Dr. Daniel Fabricant, Executive Director and CEO of the Natural Products Association. Dr. Fabricant, welcome.
Hey, Christina. Great to be with you today.
For our listeners, I'm just going to give a quick bio. Dr. Daniel Fabricant is the Executive Director and CEO of the Natural Products Association, the nation's largest and oldest trade organization representing the natural products industry. Recently, he served as the Director of the Division of Dietary Supplement Programs at the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Prior to the FDA, Dr. Fabricant was the President, Global Government and Scientific Affairs for NPA. He earned a PhD in pharmacognosy from the University of Illinois at Chicago, where he has served as an adjunct professor in the Department of Medicinal Chemistry and Pharmacognosy since 2009. Dr. Fabricant, we are thrilled to announce the Big Natural, the official conference of the Natural Products Association, taking place June 7th through the 9th, 2017 in Las Vegas. The NPA has served the industry for over 80 years. However, this will be the inaugural year for the Big Natural. Can you give us a snapshot of what attendees can expect at the event?
Yeah, in a word, excitement. I think there's going to be a lot of buzz. I think there's going to be a lot of good information, the type of information for folks to get that they really haven't seen at other venues. We're very excited about our partnership with Momentum. We think that in terms of a partner, we couldn't have asked for more. You guys really have your finger on the pulse of the business community, and as the industry is really maturing, I think that that's incredibly important to leverage those relationships you guys have with people like Wharton Business School, #1 business school globally. I think these are things that are extremely exciting to our membership and to the industry at large.
So, Dr. Fabricant, can you explain who the Big Natural attendees should expect to meet at the event?
I think really the four corners of the industry. The industry is growing. It's such a growth industry. It's in so many different ways, from brick and mortar to specialty retail to internet-driven to direct-to-consumer. I think you're seeing all these different channels, and you're seeing a convergence. The pie, I think, for the industry keeps getting bigger, and that's what the exciting part is. So you're going to see everyone from folks that have boots on the ground to folks who are up the supply chain and coming up with innovative ideas for product development, as well as the nexus of information and technology. That's the next step. Everyone wants to make things personalized. So I think there'll be a lot of discussions, too, on personalization of nutrition, personalization around how to live a healthier lifestyle. So I think that those are things that people really are looking for and may not be getting in depth elsewhere. So we're looking forward to covering a lot of that.
That sounds really exciting. So I know that you are developing a track geared specifically towards the C-suite executives for the industry. Can you give us a little bit of insight on this?
Sure, and there may be other events that are geared towards that, but I think they have focused further up the supply chain. I think we have an opportunity to really engage with folks who have our independent retail, chain retail. They don't have a forum per se for that. So it's a great opportunity for them in the chain, specialty retail, internet retail, to really engage further up the chain, C-level to C-level, and see kind of what's going on out there and what the new ideas are and what are the emerging ideas. So many new companies are coming to this space every day, and I think while they certainly, a lot of them have a business acumen from a former lifestyle, they need to get to know the experience of the industry. So I think we've got a huge opportunity there to provide that real understanding of the industry from seed to shelf, if you will.
Wonderful. So I know that it has been a really busy couple of months on the Hill for the Natural Products Association. Can you give our listeners an update on what the top legislative and regulatory priorities have been for the NPA?
Sure. My favorite thing to talk about. We had a challenging year, two specific challenges. One was not legislative but regulatory. Puerto Rico, which is a U.S. territory, actually introduced a tax on products at retail on natural products. And so we've been working to see what we can do to get that removed. We were able to, in the Puerto Rican debt relief bill that passed Congress a few months ago, get some language to have some oversight there. So we're looking forward to doing more there and seeing if that sort of a thing is really appropriate, if we're just going to allow territories and possibly states to tax the industry at will, driving up costs for consumers, which in this day and age when everyone's getting squeezed further and further for their dollar, and this is an industry to help people stay healthy, I don't think anybody wants. But it's not all a tax all the time. Two of our other big priorities are really getting more access for consumers. One is we've asked for a report in WIC, which is Women, Infant, and Children. It's an assistance program to include multivitamins, to look at including multivitamins in the program. WIC provides food nutrition for Americans who are underprivileged, economically depressed, and this gives them an opportunity to maybe stem the tide on some of that. You can buy products like sugary cereals with WIC, but you can't buy a multivitamin. And so I think that we're looking for ways to provide greater nutritional insurance. Also, we're looking to expand coverage of flex spending accounts to dietary supplements. If everyone, let's say over the age of 50, took enough calcium and vitamin D, we've got some estimates that healthcare cost savings would be in the billions because of reduction of bone fractures, things like that. So we want to incentivize folks to be able to do such tax-free. So people can certainly write their Congress people on those two initiatives and tell them how important it is that underserved communities have access to proper nutrition, as well as they'd like for their ability to stay healthy because it saves the economy money to get a tax break on it. So I think that those are two important things we're working on legislatively, as well as thwarting off any attacks on the industry. But times are very good for the industry, continues to grow. Over half the country uses a dietary supplement every day. Even more use natural products, from personal care to natural organic food. So I think it's really an incredibly exciting time. And the biggest thing we do every day is just try to work with members of Congress to tell them about all the good the industry is doing, and events like the Big Natural where really all that information can come together.
Well, Dr. Fabricant, thank you so much for joining us here today and giving our listeners a really great introduction to the Big Natural and the Natural Products Association. For more details on the Big Natural, including the call for speakers, registration, and sponsorship information, please visit thebignatural.com.
Christina, thank you so much for having me today. Really looking forward to working with you and the whole Momentum team, and hope to see everyone at the Big Natural.
Thank you, Dr. Fabricant.